Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Animanga. For this episode, I figured we'd stray away from the high school antics that Hyoka brought us and we would dive into something a little bigger. So today for Animanga, I'm going to talk about Girls' Last Tour. I didn't initially watch Girls' Last Tour when it aired in fall 2017, and that was probably my biggest mistake I've made. Well, maybe dropping Full Metal Alchemist to watch Ouran High School Host Club when I was 13 and not smart was a worse decision, but I digress. Anyway, Girls' Last Tour centers around two girls, Chito and Yuri, as they move themselves through the ruins of civilization after some sort of apocalypse. Chito, mostly called Chi-chan, is the one who tends to use her head more often. She navigates and drives their little tank, which, fun fact, is actually a German Kettenkrad from World War II. Yuri, mostly called Yu, is a little more on the easygoing side. She helps Chi-chan whenever she's in a pinch, and also is able to use a rifle if they ever need to shoot hot water pipes to make a hot spring or, stuff like that. The two girls slowly but surely get around in this destroyed world, in search of, well, whatever they can find. What I like about this series is that it doesn't ever show exactly what happened to cause this world to look like this. Usually, if a story takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting, the story tries its hardest to basically hold up a huge neon sign in front of your face saying, hey man, I'm post-apocalyptic. And that doesn't necessarily create a bad story, but I think with Girls' Last Tour, the mystery of everything that led up to the world becoming so industrial and snow-covered was one of the things that kept me interested. Another interesting thing about Girls' Last Tour is its pacing. Again, I really think this show turns the post-apocalyptic setting around by having such a relaxed pace. Girls' Last Tour is such a simple show that it's almost slice of life in concept. Like if Lucky Star were just Konata and Kagami, but they were stuck in an eternal winter just searching for food and doing whatever you do while doing that. I should say that the show isn't just all stumbling around either. Chi-chan and Yu find themselves uncovering ruins, artifacts, sometimes other people, or even a funny tube cat who survived the mystery apocalypse. However, there's never really an ongoing goal for Chi-chan and Yu. They just keep going and going, hoping that they'll find something that might help them find out anything. The show also has stunning art direction. Like Hyoka from last episode, this show is a very muted color palette and everything is very dark. Girls' Last Tour, like its manga source material, takes on a rather cartoony looking round design style for the characters. It's a nice look and they all look really cute, but the thing I enjoyed most about the show's art was the backgrounds and environments. The expansive environments and simply the scale of everything in this snow-covered industrial wasteland was astounding to look at, just like how it looks in the manga. One of this show's greatest aspects is that, for the most part, it feels like rather than lamenting the fact that their world is gone, Chi-chan and Yu are celebrating the mere fact that they have each other and that they're surviving. It's a beautiful thing to watch these two be able to keep going through this world, and at the same time, it's a little sad. This show really puts the apocalypse thing on the back burner, for the most part of course, and puts Chi-chan and Yu's survival front and center. This show builds around the theme of these two girls' survival with its cinematography. So many shots of the girls close together or have them moving through a frame where every part of the background is completely motionless. It really helps the viewer feel the coldness and isolation that the girls feel, while also being able to show just how alive they are in this motionless world. But like I've stated before here, the show isn't necessarily a sad show. Yeah, things seem kind of bleak, but that doesn't mean Chi-chan and Yu can't have a good time. If I had to give the show a slogan, it would be, it's not about arriving, it's all about the journey. Or some sort of variation on that. Chi and Yu's adventure is something unlike any anime I've ever seen before. It's such an interesting take on the post-apocalypse setting and its many interesting and somewhat contrasting themes of isolation, while also celebrating life. That in turn made me feel contrasting feelings as well. Sometimes I'll be watching it and being happy and feeling good about Chi and Yu being able to be alive together, and bam, I think, wait, they're all alone. But then something cool happens and I keep going. My point though is that the show made me feel so many different emotions throughout. I truly think that the show is a work of art and that if you enjoy anime or not, you should at least give this one a shot. It's well worth your time. Girls' Last Tour is based on the 6-volume manga by Sukumizu. It was animated in 2017 by Studio White Fox and was written by Kazuyuki Furuyasu and directed by Takaharu Ozaki. It's a really unique take on the post-apocalypse and something that I can wholeheartedly recommend to anyone looking for a quick but impactful watch that you'll never forget. And that's a wrap on another episode of Animanga. If you have anything you'd like me to take a look at, drive your little tank over to Twitter and tweet me at ZTVGoofingOff with that hashtag Animanga. Until next time, I'm Drew Brown, and I'll be back next time for something else.